Hey gang, it's Leela here from the Comic Connection Hamilton with this week's comic book reviews. First up, we've got Captain America number 41. This is by Brubaker and Epting, and shown here is the 1 in 10 monkey variant that's going to sort of be a lead-in or sort of advertise the upcoming release of Marvel Apes. So that's why Captain America's a monkey, but he's not a monkey in the book. So let's move on. Anyways, this issue, the Red Skull is betrayed while immersed in efforts to separate himself from Lucan. Sharon is shocked by a huge revelation, and Cap and the gang hunt down the Skull's secret lair by tracking the Grand Director. You guys know how much I love Captain America. It's just an awesome book, and it still is this month. The pace of the story and the quality of it has remained high, and the art is spot on. So once again, pick up Captain America if you're not reading it. Next up, we've got a preview book. This is Rest number 0. It's by Mark Powers with Sean McManus and Lizzie John. This is a book that is going to be an ongoing series, and it's about a wonder drug that basically wipes out the need for anybody to sleep. But it's, of course, part of a huge sinister plot or conspiracy. But in this issue, we just meet the two main characters, John and Teddy. They're two former college roommates who grew apart and then come back together amidst everything that's going on. This is a very interesting premise. I liked the story, even though not much of it's revealed so far, but it looks very promising, so pick this one up when it comes out. Next up, we've got DC Universe Last Will and Testament. This is a one-shot by Meltzer and Kubert. In this issue, Geoforce hunts down Deathstroke to avenge the death of his sister, while all the world anticipates Armageddon, basically, after 2 days of the sun failing to come out. So basically they spend the remaining time with their loved ones and talk about what's important, but the story basically revolves around Geoforce and Deathstroke. It was a pretty good book. I mean, you know, a lot of stuff's going on. You check in with different heroes through the DC Universe. It's sort of like an overlook. But I really liked it, and I like Meltzer's writing, so pick it up. It was a pretty good read. And last, we've got Final Crisis Superman Beyond number 1 of 2. This is a 3D book for fans of 3D. This is by Morrison and Mankey, and in this book, Superman attempts to save the life of his wife Lois by being sucked into some sort of multi-universe battle for the fate of the universe kind of thing. I'm not too into multi-universe stories, so for me, it was only okay, but the 3D effects were pretty good, and it was certainly a worthwhile read for Superman fans.
Hey folks, Jim here with this week's comic reviews. We were off last week as I was at the Fan Expo, so let's get to it. I have a couple weeks worth of books to get to. First up, Dark Ivory number 3. In this issue, Ivory and Samson's friendship is tested, and Ivory must seek out the help of a friend to find the answers she needs. Another fantastic issue by Ava Hopkins and Joseph Michael Linsner. If you're not reading this book, please pick it up. It's gorgeous. Next up, Reign of Starscream number 5, the final issue. In this issue, the Autobots must stop Starscream from accomplishing his goals, but Starscream also has to worry about a traitor in his midst. Not a bad finale. Could have been much better, but it leads right up to what's going to happen in December, which I can't say anything about. But be sure to watch the interviews I've got with some of the Transformers team in the coming weeks. Next up, Land of Oz number 2. In this issue, the invasion of Oz is on, so Tip, the Scarecrow, Jack, and Sawhorse escape to find the Tin Man. Another fantastic, and I do mean fantastic, adaptation of the Frank Baum classic. If you're an Oz fan, you have to pick this up. It's just great. Next up, Spotlight Doubledealer. In this issue, Dealer and Hot Rod search for an ancient artifact while on Garrus 9, Optimus Prime and Nova Prime face off. This is another continuation of the 4th storyline in the Transformers series. So if you're a completist, you have to pick this up. It's not bad overall, good art, good story, well done. And last but not least, All Hail Megatron number 2. In this one, Colonel Danny Witwicky is brought in by the government while the Decepticons unleash their full fury in the form of Devastator. A beautiful issue. The art by Guido Guidi is gorgeous. If you're a Transformers fan, this is a must.